Hi students, I am Tarini, Assistant Professor, Computer Science and Engineering Department, Government College of Engineering, Salem. In this lecture, I am going to discuss about the information security and its concepts. The topics to be covered in this lecture are history, water security, information security components, key information security concept, critical characteristics of information. Let us start with the history. The history of information security begins with the history of computer security. The need for computer security, that is, the need to secure physical location, hardware, and software from threats, arose during World War II when the first mainframes was developed in 1960s. Multiple levels of security were implemented to protect these mainframes and maintain the integrity of their data. In 1963 to 1969, Multiplexed Information and Computing Service was developed. Multics is the first operating system to integrate security into its core function. It was the mainframe time-sharing operating system developed in the mid-1960s. In 1970, Unix operating system was developed. Unix is a multitasking, multi-user operating system. In 1970s and 80s, ARPANET, Advanced Research Project Agency Network, was developed. Larry Robert, known as the founder of Internet, developed the project which is called ARPANET. ARPANET is the predecessor to the Internet. In 1973, Robert, who is credited with the development of Ethernet, one of the most popular networking protocol, identified fundamental problems with ARPANET security. In 1990, Internet was made available to the general public. The Internet brought connectivity to virtually all computers that could reach a phone line or an Internet-connected local area network. Let us see what is security. In general, security is the quality or state of being secure, that is, to be free from danger. In other words, we can say protection against adversaries from those who would do harm intentionally. A successful organization should have the following multiple layers of security in place to protect its operation. First is physical security, to protect physical items, objects, or areas from unauthorized access and misuse. Personal security, to protect the individual or group of individuals who are authorized to access the organization and its operation. Operation security, to protect the details of particular operation or series of activities. Communication security, to protect communication media, technology, and content. Network security, to protect networking components, connections, and contents. Information security, to protect the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information assets, whether in storage, processing, or transmission. It is achieved via the application of policy, education, training and awareness, and technology. So these are the multiple layers of security for a successful organization. Let's see the information security components. The Committee on National Security System, CNSS, defines information security as the protection of information and its critical elements, including the system and hardware that use, store, and transmit that information. The below diagram represents the components of information security, which consist of management of information security, network security, computer and data security, together combined to give a policy in which it is suits to prevent the information. The CNSS model of information security evolved from the concept developed by computer security industry called CIA triangle. C means confidentiality, I is integrity, and A is availability. The threats to the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information have evolved into a vast collection of events, including accidental or intentional damage, destruction, theft, unintended or unauthorized modification, or other misuse from human or non-human threats. The study of information security is the concept of policy. Policy, awareness, training, education, and technology are the vital concept for the protection of information system from danger. Let us see the key information security concept. The first one is access. The authorized user will have a legal access to the system, whereas the hacker or unauthorized person will have an illegal access to the system. Next is assert. The organizational resource that is being protected. An assert can be logical, such as website, information, or data, and an assert can be physical, such as person, computer system, or other tangible object. Next is attack. An intentional or unintentional act that cause damage to the system is said to be an attack. Attack can be active, passive, intentional, unintentional, direct, and indirect. Next is control, safeguard, or countermeasure. Security mechanism, policies, procedures that can successfully counter-attack, reduce risk, resolve vulnerabilities, and otherwise improve the security within the organization. Exploit. Exploit is a technique used to compromise a system. Threat agents may attempt to exploit a system or other information asset by using illegally for their personal gain. Exposure. A condition or state of being exposed. Loss. A single instance of an information asset suffering damage or unintended or unauthorized modification or disclosure. When an organization information is stolen, it has suffered a loss. Protection. Profile or security posture. The entire set of control and safeguard, including policy, training, education, technology that our organization implements to protect the asset. Risk. The probability that something unwanted will happen. Organization must minimize risk to match their risk appetite, the quantity and nature of risk the organization is willing to accept. Subjects and objects. A computer can be either the subject of an attack, an agent entity used to conduct the attack, or an object of the attack, that is the target entity. Threat. A category of object, person, or other entity that present some danger to the asset. Threat agent. The specific instance or the component of the threat is said to be a threat agent. Vulnerability. A weakness or fault in the system or protection mechanism that opens it to attack or damage. Some examples of vulnerability are a flaw in software package, unprotected system port, and an unlocked door. These are the examples for vulnerabilities. Let us now see the critical characteristics of information. The value of information comes from the characteristics it possesses. When a characteristics of information changes, the value of information either increases or more commonly decreases. The first characteristic is availability. Availability enables authorized users, person, or computer system to access information without any interference and to receive it in a required format. For example, the libraries that requires identification before entrance. The librarian protects the content of library so that they are available only to the authorized users. Next is accuracy. Information has accuracy when it is free from mistake or error and it has the value that the end user expects. If information has been intentionally or unintentionally modified, it is no longer accurate. For example, we can say checking account. You assume that the information contained in your checking account is the accurate representation of your finance. So if any incorrect information is entered in your checking account, which result in external or internal error. If a bank teller, for instance, mistakenly add or subtracts too much from your account, the value of information is changed. So this is an example for accurate. The information must be accurate without any mistakes. And next is authenticity. Authenticity of information is the quality or state of being genuine or original. Information is authentic when it is in the same state in which it was created, placed, stored, or transferred. For this, we can take an example of email. When you receive email, you assume that a specific individual or a group created and transmitted the email. So whatever mail you are getting, you thought that it will be an original origin, that the particular authorized sender is sending the email. But this is not always the case. Email spoofing is there, that is, an unauthorized person will send the message or modify the message with some field, and that will be sent to the receiver, so that the receiver can thought that this message is comes from the original sender. Spoofing the sender address can fool email recipient into thinking that the messages are legitimate traffic, that's inducing them to open email otherwise might not have. So this is an example for authenticity. And next is confidentiality. Confidentiality of information ensures that only those with sufficient privileges may access certain information. When unauthorized individual or system can access information, then the confidentiality is breached. To protect the confidentiality of information, a number of measures are used: information classification, secure document storage, application of general security policy, education of information custodians and end user. In information security, salami theft occurs when an employee steals a few pieces of information at a time, knowing that taking more would be noticed, but eventually the employee gets something complete or usable. So this is an example for confidentiality. There are times when disclosure of confidentiality information happens by mistake also. For example, when confidentiality information is mistakenly emailed to someone outside the organization rather than someone inside the organization. Other examples of confidentiality breaches, we can say, suppose an employee is throwing away the document containing some critical information to an hacker, or who successfully the hacker can break the internal databases, and also the hacker can steal the sensitive information within the document, such as client name, address, credit card numbers. Next is integrity. Integrity is the quality or state of being whole, complete and uncorrupted. The integrity of information is threatened when it is exposed to corruption, damage, destruction, or other disruption of its authentic state. For example, we can take many computer viruses and worms are designed with the explicit purpose of corrupting the data. For this reason, a key method for detecting virus and worms is used in file integrity by the size of the file. Another method of assuring information integrity is file hashing, and the hash value for any combination of bits we are using in the particular algorithm is unique. If a computer system performs the same hashing algorithm on a file and obtains different number than the recorded hash value for that file, then the file has been compromised and the integrity of the information is lost. Next is utility. Utility of information is the quality or state of having the value for some purpose. Information has value when it can serve a purpose. If the information is available but it is not in a format meaningful to the end user, then it is not useful. For example, we can take the census data. For a public or for a private citizen, the census data will be very difficult to interpret. But a people or the employee working on the census data can easily reveal the information about the residents in the district, such as gender, age. So this helps the utility matter of the information, in which only the person who have knowledge in that particular data can easily acquire the knowledge. Possession. The possession of information is a quality or state of ownership of control. Information is said to be one's possession if one obtains it independent of format or other characteristics, while a breach of confidentiality always results in the breach of possession. For this, we can take an example of encrypted file system. An employee who decides to quits in a company can take some of the important and sensitive message from the company, and he can able to sell those to the competitor of the company. But one thing is that, so here the data is encrypted, so neither the employee nor anyone else can read it without the proper decryption methods. Therefore, there is no breach of confidentiality here. So this is an example of possession. So that's all about the critical characteristics of information. Thank you.